You are energetically sending a waveform signature, sine wave, to the ETs of Saturn and telling them that you would no longer like to have the seat of your own throne in your kingdom of the mind. The ETs take this wavelength energy signature and say, "Thank you very much for your gift," and create what is known as the legal Satan Clause, or Santa Clause, which is how they are able to take our 10 or X chromosomes from the moon, the double cross, and use them to create more children through the scientific gamete intrafallopian tube transfer process. Remember, we are all living in our iPods, believing that we are physically touching each other. The truth of the matter is that we simply exist together within the matrix energy field and are only mentally coexisting with our minds, making everything seem like it's physical. Since we are unable to actually physically procreate with each other, this entire reality was constructed so that we believe everything to be physical, when it's all created through our pineal electric consciousness field, which is now controlled by them. That's why the gift is so important, because when we electrically release some of our DNA through the sexual act, it creates a bell or a ding sound so that the ETs can then take that DNA and match it to the other iPod that you thought that you had a physical relationship with. This is why we are all pretending within this play that's an act, because it's all a divine comedy where our water is turned into wine, blood, through the fountain of youth, meaning the youth of more children. It's a comedy because we are all kidding around with each other to make more kids for the ETs and the Lord's Supper. We do this by mating, because a ting is also the metallic sound of a small bell, which means that we are extending ourselves and our kin to be used as food. So many humans cannot wait to have another little munchkin, and the gods cannot wait to munch the kin either. It's also how we are born again, because we are the humans made out of star stuff that are restarting our lives over and over again. That's all an ejaculation is. The pineal gland feeling the sensation of the electric field that we are imprisoned by. It is also a form of payment, as shown by the Latin word latio, from ejaculation and relation, meaning right, proposal of law, entering payment, a rendering of accounts. A payment given to the hawk god named Ra, Ray, that we are in hawk debt towards, because humanity has been pawned. This is all written in the Satan Clause, because a clause is an article or section of a legal document, whereby the ET gods of Saturn legally own the X chromosome, which is the moon. This is the reason that all females carry 2 X chromosomes with their moon eggs that drop every month, because the X is the female chromosome that is found in pairs in each egg. This is why humanity has been Freemasonically double-crossed, indicating the 2 X or crossed chromosomes, which were genetically crossed within the natural human DNA. Once this was accomplished, it created a sine wave energy signature of duality within our mitochondrial DNA, which the ETs could then use as polarized energy. Mitochondrial DNA is the DNA that is inherited solely from the mother, which is what creates the opposite charge in the human biology. Sunlight is the opposite of moonlight. This is the basis of "Let there be light" from the book of Genesis, or the genes of Isis, moon, and also humanity becoming as one of us, to know both good and evil. By interpairing these two separate aspects, there was a genetic tension, existence, that was created within the male genes to keep pulling the creation aspect forward, with a need to keep releasing the X chromosome that was paired with the male Y. This is symbolized by the Hermetic caduceus, which is also known as the Wand of Mercury, again indicating our spinal column and the polarized ionization crossing that happens along its columns. To this day, the caduceus is still the insignia used by the medical profession, which blatantly proves to us through the symbol that our DNA was medically tampered with by the snake time gods of Saturn. Santa is an anagram for Satan, and Satan is Satan, which is the X chromosome of the moon. X is the Roman numeral for 10 and the binary code of matrix DNA duality that was created within us to keep the X tension cord of energy going for Saturn, which is celebrated and energetically symbolized through the December events of Saturnalia, which now simply goes under the name of Christmas. The same Christmas that celebrates Satan, Old Nick, as a purveyor of gifts, when in fact it is the other way around. Saint Nick, Old Nick, is, by basic definition, the chief spirit of evil and adversary of God, who is the tempter of mankind and master of hell. Still not convinced? The Indonesian word setan translates into English as Old Nick, and Old Nick translates into the Turkish language as shaitan and iblis, both sharing the translated synonyms of demon, devil, Satan, adversary, Old Harry, and the evil one. The Filipino language concurs with Old Nick, becoming Satanas, and the Finnish language has the word piru, meaning devil, Dickens, Old Nick.